Don't you get it yet? Wake up. You are not an ordinary person. Stones are moving inside your soul. A divine power is awakening, breaking the chains of the past. The system is programmed to forget you. People are programmed to ignore you. But the light in you cannot be covered by any darkness. They have belittled you, ignored you, even tried to suppress you. Because if they know who you are, their game is over. This world is waiting for you. When you realize it, the curtains will be lifted, the illusions will fall. Put 7777 in the comments now. Because where your name is mentioned, the truth cannot be hidden. This video is for those who are part of the divine plan, for those who need to open their eyes, for those who can no longer silence the power in their hearts. Your time has come. They are trapped in a storm of emotions they cannot escape. Their mind is clouded, and no matter how much they try to move forward, the essence of you clings to them like an invisible chain. The truth of what they've lost haunts them relentlessly, gnawing at their every thought. They feel the absence of your presence as if they were caught in a deep, cold void. Physically, their body is responding. Sickness takes over, their strength fades, and they struggle to maintain a normal life. Despite every attempt to bury the past, finding new distractions, engaging in fleeting relationships, keeping busy, they can't shake you from their spirit. You remain anchored in their soul, a presence they can't remove no matter how hard they try. It is this unbearable weight that forces them to seek help, turning to professionals in a last-ditch attempt to break free from the spiritual grip you hold on them. A veil has been torn from their eyes, and what they once dismissed as ordinary has now become blindingly clear. Where they once saw only a fleeting figure, they now witness a radiant force that transcends the mundane. Your energy radiates so powerfully it overwhelms their perception, leaving them staggered. They are now aware of the divine guardianship around you, the celestial protection they once ignored. Their past perception of reality has shattered, and they now see your true nature, a force unlike anything they've ever encountered. This newfound clarity comes far too late, leaving them only to regret their former ignorance. In passing moments, during the quiet of the night, in the midst of their daily routine, or in random flashes, they glimpse the power and depth you possess. And these brief glimpses burn their mind, never allowing them to forget. Imagine a sunlit river that nourishes every parched field, a gentle yet unstoppable current that transforms barren, cracked earth into a thriving garden of possibility. In much the same way, your spirit, a beacon of warmth and grace, has become the source of life and renewal for those who once wandered in the shadows of despair. They now behold the unique mark of your presence, a divine signature that surpasses all human understanding. It is as if a hidden light has been unlocked, casting brilliance over a world that had long since settled into a monotonous and colorless routine. What was once vibrant and full of promise now appears lackluster and devoid of the sparkle that life can bring. Every detail of the ordinary has faded into a dull, lifeless backdrop, and even the simplest joys, which once held deep significance, now fall flat and fail to kindle the spirit. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Gone is the vibrant spark that once animated their hearts. In its place is a lingering emptiness that leaves their souls feeling dry and unfulfilled. They now find themselves imprisoned in a cycle of compromise and resignation, surrounded by influences and company that only seem to drain their inner vitality rather than replenish it. The stark contrast between the glorious essence that you exuded and the mundane residue that remains has grown overwhelmingly apparent. Their existence, once rich and layered, has diminished into a mere shadow of its former brilliance, a delicate remnant that treads water without ever truly rising again. Every day, as they don a semblance of strength for the world outside, an inner fracture deepens unnoticed. The burden of this unspoken truth has grown so heavy that it bends their very spirit, making each moment an agonizing reminder of what has been irretrievably lost. This sorrow is not merely a transient feeling, it is a persistent state of being that gnaws at them relentlessly, day after day. The absence of the life-affirming energy you provided has left a void so profound that no earthly remedy or fleeting pleasure can fill it. They now wander through life, as if they are travelers, lost on an endless highway in the dead of night, searching, yearning, and ultimately grasping at the thin strands of hope that seem destined to vanish before they can be captured. Their former joy, once as natural and sustaining as the sunshine on a summer morning, has slipped away, replaced by a bleak landscape where each step forward is mired in regret and inertia. It is as if the universe itself has conspired to drain every drop of color from their world, leaving behind only a stark, unyielding gray. In the quiet moments when the world grows still, they are overcome with the realization that the transformation they once experienced is now beyond their reach. This understanding dawns on them like a slow and relentless tide, washing over every part of their being with a truth that is both humbling and heartbreaking. What remains is not merely a memory of past joy, but a constant, aching void where the essence of vitality and passion once resided. Their inner world has become a barren wasteland, forsaken of the nourishing light you so freely and magnificently provided. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. And so, as time passes and the seasons change outside their window, they are left with a stark choice: continue to dwell in the hollow remnants of their former selves, or seek a way to reclaim a fragment of the lost brilliance. Yet, even the pursuit of healing seems shrouded in the dim fog of uncertainty, for every attempt to rekindle their spirit is thwarted by a force as relentless as it is inscrutable: the absence of your transformative energy. In seeking solace, many have turned to the comforting words of self-help gurus and the bright promises of modern spiritual teachings. They join congregations and listen intently to sermons that pledge hope and revival. Yet, no matter how fervently they pray or how intensely they immerse themselves in communal celebrations of faith, an indescribable hollowness persists. It is as though a vital ingredient has been irrevocably removed from the recipe of their soul's nourishment, leaving a taste of perpetual longing in its wake. The transformation that was once possible through the sheer force of your presence is now replaced by an overwhelming sense of loss that is hard to articulate. Their hearts beat with a rhythm that is slightly off-key, their every breath a reminder of the void left behind. The simple act of walking through their day becomes a pilgrimage, a daily journey through landscapes that offer little comfort and even less promise. The joy that once sprang from every shared smile, every act of kindness, has been replaced by a pervasive melancholy that seems to seep into every corner of their existence. In moments of rare clarity, they catch fleeting glimpses of what they have lost. These instances are not grand or dramatic, rather, they are subtle, almost imperceptible shifts in their perception that hint at the transformative power that once defined their lives. They are like delicate shimmers on the surface of a vast ocean, brief manifestations of beauty that vanish as quickly as they appear, leaving behind an even deeper void. These glimpses serve as both a bittersweet reminder of what was and an unbearable testament to what can never be reclaimed. Now, when faced with the emptiness of their days, they are compelled to reflect on the profound significance of what has been irretrievably taken from them. In every lost opportunity, in every moment of quiet despair, there is a lingering reminder of the radiant energy that once illuminated their path. It is as if the universe, in its infinite wisdom, has arranged for them to confront this truth repeatedly, driving home a lesson that they are somehow meant to learn, a lesson about the true nature of vitality, purpose, and connection. This ongoing internal struggle is not merely a matter of sentiment, it speaks to the very fabric of their being. The void left behind is a physical, almost tangible presence, a silent testament to a bond that was as real as it was beautiful. As the days stretch into years, the accumulation of this absence weighs more heavily upon their shoulders, transforming from a mere inconvenience into a crushing burden. They live each day under the constant pressure of remembering what could have been, a pressure that warps their sense of time and self. And so, in the midst of this unyielding sorrow, many find themselves turning inward, searching for some hidden reservoir of strength that they hope may one day restore what has been lost. They study ancient scriptures, seek counsel from wise elders, and commit themselves to rigorous spiritual practices, all in the desperate hope of finding relief from the ever-present ache of their inner emptiness. These efforts, though valiant, often yield only brief moments of respite before the tide of grief returns with renewed force. The relentless pull of this void becomes an almost magnetic force, drawing every thought and emotion into its depths. It is a force that cannot easily be resisted, a truth that remains as immutable as the laws of nature. Those who experience this profound absence come to understand that it is not simply a personal failing or a temporary setback. It is, in fact, an integral part of a larger, divinely orchestrated plan. It is as though the fabric of the universe has been woven with threads that connect every living soul, binding them together in a tapestry of light and shadow, hope and despair. In the grand scheme of existence, this absence is a critical juncture, a moment of both loss and profound potential. For while it signifies the departure of something irreplaceably precious, it also sets the stage for the emergence of an even greater light. The emptiness they feel is not the final word. It is merely a prelude to a new chapter of spiritual awakening, an invitation to seek a higher, more encompassing truth that transcends the limitations of mortal existence. Those who linger in the wake of your departure are faced with a choice: to wallow in the depths of their sorrow or to rise above it, transforming the pain into the fuel for a new beginning. It is a choice that demands courage, a willingness to confront the darkest parts of oneself in order to reclaim the lost fragments of a once radiant soul. They must learn to see that, even in the midst of overwhelming absence, there exists the possibility of renewal, a chance to once again feel the invigorating surge of energy that breathes life into every corner of their being. In the quiet solitude of their contemplations, there is a stirring, a gentle reminder of what once was and what might yet be again. It is a soft, persuasive call from the depths of their spirit, a call to remember that no matter how impenetrable the darkness may seem, the light that you embodied remains a promise of hope for the future. That light, though veiled by layers of pain and loss, still flickers with a quiet determination, a silent, steadfast assurance that life, in its infinite complexity, is always on the verge of transformation. They come to realize that while the world around them has lost its luster and the simple pleasures of life no longer carry the same weight, the truth of your influence endures. It is an immutable force that has reshaped their inner landscape, leaving an indelible mark that time can neither erase nor diminish. The absence you left behind is not a void to be feared, but a space to be filled with new understandings, new hopes, and a renewed commitment to living in alignment with divine principles. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. In this gradual journey toward rediscovery, they strive to rebuild the parts of themselves that have been battered by loss. Each step forward, though fraught with the memory of what was, is also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a spirit that refuses to be defined solely by its struggles. They begin to see that this period of absence is an invitation to expand their consciousness, to explore the depths of their own potential, and to embrace the possibility of becoming more than they ever thought possible. Such a transformation is not instantaneous. It is a slow, deliberate process that requires patience, introspection, and an unwavering trust in the divine order. There are moments when the weight of loneliness and regret seems unbearable, when the very idea of moving forward appears to be a monumental challenge. Yet even in these darkest hours, a small yet persistent flame of hope flickers within them, an internal light that, though faint, carries the promise of renewal and resurrection. This inner flame is nurtured by memories of your presence, not as a chain that binds them to the past, but as a spark that ignites the possibility of a brighter future. It serves as a reminder that in the grand tapestry of life, every ending is also a beginning. Even when the world seems devoid of color and the joy of living is hard to discern, there remains a subtle, unyielding truth that every loss carries within it the seed of transformation. A seed that, with time, patience, and faith, will blossom into a renewed sense of purpose and a rekindled passion for life. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. In the end, the journey of those who have lost your luminous influence is a testament to the enduring power of the Spirit. It is a winding road, paved with both sorrow and promise, where each step is an act of faith, a declaration that even in the absence of a light so brilliant, there remains within every heart the capacity to rise again. And so, amid the lingering shadows of what once was, they press forward, trusting that the divine plan will ultimately lead them to a place where the void is transformed into a reservoir of potential, where the lessons of the past become the stepping stones toward an even greater future. This remarkable journey is marked by moments of both profound despair and unexpected beauty. It is an odyssey of the soul that challenges every notion of loss, urging each individual to look beyond the immediate pain to a horizon filled with promise. Although the absence of that transformative energy leaves an unmistakable scar, it also lays the groundwork for a personal renaissance, a revival of spirit that is as quiet as a whisper and as powerful as a sacred hymn. In the tapestry of existence, every strand of absence, every gap and every break contributes to the creation of a picture far more complex and beautiful than any that could be imagined in its unbroken form. The struggle to fill the void left behind is, therefore, not simply an act of mourning, but a sacred endeavor, a journey toward reclaiming the fullness of life and rediscovering the inherent beauty that lies dormant, waiting to be awakened. Picture a mighty river that carves its own path through rugged canyons. Its persistent flow nourishes the land and transforms barren soil into a flourishing garden. In much the same way, your journey is a testament to divine renewal, a living example of how every setback serves as a stepping stone toward a brighter tomorrow. As you navigate this challenging path, each day's lesson becomes a sturdy stepping stone on the journey to rebirth. You come to understand that the emptiness you once despised is really a sacred furnace where your inner strength is refined. Every tear shed, every moment spent in despair, is molded in that quiet, unseen forge into a glowing reminder of your tremendous capacity to be renewed. The darkness that once seemed overwhelming begins, slowly but surely, to give way to a gentle, steadfast light. That light is not defined solely by the memories of what has been lost, but shines brightly with the promise of all that can be rebuilt. Each trial you face, every hardship that seems to crowd your days, is not a punishment, but a divine invitation to rise stronger. With each step, you witness the power of faith and perseverance. Your spirit, nurtured by hope and the unyielding will to live fully, transforms adversity into an opportunity for growth. In this sacred process of transformation, life's most challenging moments refine you, allowing a new radiance to emerge, one that glows with the assurance of tomorrow's blessings. This process is gentle yet powerful. Just as the river never stops carving its way through rock, so too does your determination forge a new path forward. Guided by faith and sustained by an inner strength that only grows with every trial, you learn that the struggles of today are the building blocks for tomorrow's triumphs. Through the clear, steadfast light of hope, every lesson becomes a testimony to the divine promise of renewal and abundance. In closing, let it be known that even as the absence of that once radiant force leaves a palpable mark of sorrow, it also serves as an enduring invitation to seek a deeper, more fulfilling truth. A truth that teaches us that in every moment of profound loss lies the potential for unparalleled growth. A promise that when the light dims, a new light will arise from within, stronger and even more brilliant than before. And so, with hearts both heavy and hopeful, they continue their journey, forever changed by the transformative power of what has been. and ever determined to find that spark of grace that will light their way into a future filled with boundless possibility and joy. Mark this: no amount of counseling will undo what the universe has set in motion. They may seek guidance from others, but no human can undo the cosmic bond that has been woven between you. They know it deep inside, but refuse to accept it. The higher part of them knows that this connection was written in the stars, but their earthly mind struggles against it. Some bonds are beyond the reach of time, unable to be erased by mere separation. While they remain trapped in a past that no longer exists, your soul continues to soar forward, leaving them behind in a cloud of confusion. The more they struggle to move on, the more their crisis deepens, as they are powerless to reverse the cosmic course already set. This separation wasn't random. It was orchestrated by forces greater than themselves. Their soul's energy needed to be freed from constraints that held it back from its true potential. As you continue to rise and illuminate the path ahead, their awareness of what they've lost only deepens their despair. This moment of breakdown, which they now experience, was designed to occur alongside your breakthrough, a divine parallel. Every tear they shed waters the growth of your new life. Each struggle they face enhances the blessings that are pouring into your existence. Their awakening serves only to reinforce the divine orchestration that led to this separation. While they remain stagnant, caught in a spiral of regret, you are propelled forward with unstoppable force. The universe clears the path before you, aligning everything perfectly for your continued ascent. Opportunities materialize, doors swing wide open, and the world bends to the rhythm of your spiritual momentum. The more your energy rises, the more your surroundings must adjust to match your elevated frequency. Whether through a physical move, a change of environment, or even shifting your mental space, every step forward marks another shift in your energetic evolution. The universe ensures that these transitions happen with perfect timing, whether you move or stay physically in place. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially, far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles. Feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and let the light of the Lord guide your path. As you ascend, you leave behind frequencies they can no longer access. The space you once shared now feels like a different realm to them, one where they no longer belong. Your growth, your rise, serves a greater cosmic purpose, opening doors, attracting new energies, and aligning you with your soul's true mission. Meanwhile, with every step you take, their recognition of their loss becomes clearer, sharper. The contrast between their inability to move forward and your unstoppable progress is now impossible to ignore. Each new achievement you reach, each new victory, brings with it the undeniable proof of what they've missed. The truth of who you are, the spiritual significance of your journey, and the divine purpose behind your existence become clearer in their mind as they see you move forward. Where they once saw someone ordinary, they now recognize the extraordinary force you are, chosen, blessed, and beyond their reach. Their understanding of your significance comes at a price. The pain of seeing you thrive while they remain caught in their own failure. If you feel God's presence, you can tap the join button below to become part of the first chosen ones and receive the most important revelations early. They try, in their own quiet way, to reconnect with you. Through thoughts, emotions, and even dreams, they attempt to bridge the gap, to reconnect with something they lost. But no matter how hard they try, the cosmic law is unwavering. Their attempts to reach out fail because the space between you and them has grown too wide. The universe has already ensured that your path will continue, with or without their presence. Take a moment to reflect on your life now and compare it to theirs. You've moved beyond them, and your path is now one of divine purpose and alignment. With every step forward, your mission grows clearer, and the universe's support grows stronger. You are the chosen one, the one who is guided, protected, and destined for greatness. Your journey accelerates, your power amplifies, and your purpose expands far beyond anything they could ever comprehend. The world now watches as you fulfill your divine calling, a force of transformation and light.